Millions of people hear it every single day. A bouncy, synth-heavy track looping while they wait for customer service. Cisco's Opus #1 is arguably the most recognizable hold music on the planet. Yet for decades, the identity of its creator remained a complete mystery to the public. This vintage 1980s hardware was the gateway for millions of people who learned to type under the guidance of Mavis Beacon. But Mavis Beacon was a corporate avatar, a digital ghost, leaving everyone to wonder about the real woman in the original photograph. On the other side of the Atlantic, a bizarre family legend persists, an exclusive party for a marina opening in North Wales, where the only way to get through the door was to have a fish-related surname. We spend our lives surrounded by background noise, like generic stock photos, endless synthesizer loops, and bizarre local myths. We typically accept these anonymous corporate creations as if they materialized without a human hand. The mundane documentary detective story subgenre disrupts this silence. It applies the rigorous mechanics of a true crime investigation to harmless, everyday objects, following a strict three-step process: identify the artifact, conduct the investigation, and find the human payoff. Applying intense investigative seriousness to the mundane bridges the gap between trivial background noise and the humans who actually shaped our modern landscape. When This American Life decided to track down the Cisco hold music, they didn't stop at corporate filings. They navigated the labyrinth of intellectual property to find the individual responsible for that ubiquitous synth loop. The evidence led them away from a high-end studio to a teenager named Kim Carlton. He had recorded the track in a garage using a 4-track cassette recorder, like this one, never imagining it would become a global corporate standard. Filmmaker Charlie Line took a similar approach to his friend's weird story about the fish-themed party in Wales. Instead of dismissing it as a tall tale, Line spent 6 months treating the anecdote like a missing persons case. His investigation involved manually scanning phone directories and cold calling every person listed with a name like haddock, pike, or herring, asking elderly residents if they remembered a weatherman handing them a fish in the 1980s. The search validated the absurdity. The party was a real PR stunt for the Anglesey Sea Zoo, hosted by none other than the most famous man in British weather, Michael Fish. These hunts provide a specific kind of satisfaction. They answer low-stakes, nagging questions by proving that even the most ridiculous rumors often have a concrete, verifiable origin. But the search for Mavis Beacon carries a different weight. Investigators Jasmine Jones and Olivia Michaela Ross didn't just want to find a name. They wanted to find Renée L'Espérance, the Haitian model behind the icon. Renée's face had become the symbol of technological literacy for a generation, yet she remained a silent branding tool for a software company owned by white developers. The investigation revealed a stark disparity. The model was paid a one-time fee of $500 in 1987 for a single photo session, while her image went on to become a global brand worth millions. In Detroit, fans of the musician Sixto Rodriguez faced a similar silence. While Rodriguez worked manual demolition jobs in these streets, his records were secretly fueling an anti-apartheid revolution 8,000 miles away in South Africa. Because of international sanctions and censorship, the fans had no internet or direct communication lines to the US to verify if the artist was even alive, let alone aware of his own legendary status. These investigations peel back the corporate branding to reveal the individuals who were paid once and then erased from the historical and financial success their images helped build. The ultimate resolution of these searches lies in the restoration of a human connection that the digital or corporate age had severed. For Tim Carlton and the organizers of the Sea Zoo, the payoff is global recognition of their scrappy, creative origins. Their work is no longer just background noise. It's a documented human achievement. For Sixto Rodriguez, the investigation changed his reality entirely. It pulled a man from the obscurity of Detroit demolition sites and placed him on a stage in front of thousands of fans who had spent decades treating his lyrics as scripture. This genre appeals to us because it imposes logic on an anonymous world. It snaps disconnected facts into a coherent timeline, giving us the sense that the things around us are not just sterile products, but the result of specific choices. These stories prove that every jingle, every stock photo, and every bizarre local myth was created by someone with a life and a history that exists outside of a corporate filing. The world is full of background noise, but every piece of it was made by someone, somewhere, with a story worth the effort of finding it.